If you now think, can't be, otherwise there would be today in finance, besides imbeciles, only 40-point PCL plus R candidates that have no problem to let continents fall into ruin due to financial crises if they get a big share of the profit. Or, for that same matter, in key positions of power besides morons, you would have only psychos that even leave continents sink into terror and civil war to become the so-good good doers. The famous media tells us that nothing happened of such kind. You just need to think all you need is love. Just walk with me in the shoes of a former Woodstock veteran, shall we? He becomes an economics professor in the 1990s. You have the choice to accept as a new student either Thomas Sowell or O.J. Simpson, because the lower SAT hurdle broadens your choice. Otherwise, you had to choose Sowell. If you get young Thomas Sowell, he'll question everything and wants to know and to understand how, who did, what, and when, and he'll ask and ask and ask, do you want this student? When, thanks to affirmative action, also O.J. Simpson can be accepted. And O.J. is a former bank robber, but facing difficulties, instead of squinting, he does not put on gloves, which set him free in a murder trial. He will be able to jump high and look beautiful. Affirmative action opens to professors the possibility to choose from a defined group only those pupils the professor will enjoy. Asian kids spoiled by education from childhood only make you look bad. So another reason to embrace affirmative action. If you pick right, no one comes up with naughty questions, and those ergonomic minds will accept, even positively be surprised that their hippie hero visionaries are the best as far as they can grasp it. There are some variations in the Western world you'll enjoy to learn about. In Germany, we had Gastarbeiter, guest worker, that should disappear in old age. But we also got Gaststudenten that should be later on elsewhere. Normally that mean people that came already educated, hoping to profit from the Deutsche Tüchtigkeit they heard of. As you know, many very smart people came from Germany, like Albert Einstein, Lise Meitner, Thomas Mann, Olga Tauski-Todd, Otto Stern, Else Lasker-Schüler, or Erich Korngold. So there must be knowledge in Germany. Well, there was, until it got driven out when the nation switched 16 cultural interlocked identities for one only, proposed by an illegal migrant that became Führer but didn't yet call this principle multicultural. Back to the millennium, fully educated Gast students were the perfect moral support for dummy teachers. If they do not do anything and leave those students be, they'll have competent pupils pass their exam. When those came back to their countries, they were still as good as when they escaped the same archetype of professor at home, only this time their unchanged abilities were a result of German education and they were allowed to be recognized. Zum Wohlsein, Prost, na zdrowie. It was a short scandal to propose elite Schulen for kids considered to be highly gifted in the end of the 80s in Western Germany. Mainstream complaint was that this would create an arrogant elitistic upper class of students getting more chances as their average only because of being smart, a new elite, meanwhile concealing that always in any society at any time in history, including the 80s in Germany, an elite already existed. An elite horrified by the thought that diligence, intelligence, and passionate interest would become the benchmark of membership in their goals. That would be racism towards stupid. So in Germany, we had supported imbeciles as imbeciles mistaken psychopaths and direct after-exam exportable guest students. When the educational system was unified from Staatsexamen to Bachelor-Master, every diploma was suddenly downgraded. Abitur, high school with incorporated undergraduate studies, plus 5 to 6 years university didn't put you in the middle of a doctorate program like the States. It was first down to master and then again downgraded to bachelor. Anything above the second Staatsexamen, like 2 years Aufbaustudium plus 3 years Meisterklasse, was, well, what?